How are we doing today, guys? It's a Friday, it's the end of the week. The weekend's coming up and we've got shitloads to do, but we had to fit this in because the parts have been arrived at MSL for weeks. I've had no time to take the car and today we're taking it. So we're in the E63S. The plan is to go to town on it. We're not doing no stage one like I said previously. We're not doing downpipes, we're not doing none of that shit. I can't be arsed. I really haven't got the patience more than anything, / time to go backwards and forwards, up and down the country to get extra 30 horsepower, extra 50 horsepower, extra 70 horsepower. I can't be arsed with it, so we're just going to do it. So the plan is stage 3, turbos, intercoolers, downpipes, MEF, and then after all that's done, we'll get some wings put on it and we'll go to space. We're hoping to get 9950 horsepower out of it. We don't know if that figure's going to be accurate. I know with fuel pumps it is, but I've been advised with fuel pumps it's a grey area at the moment. We'll find out why. If we don't do fuel pumps for now, then we'll be pushing 850 to 900 brake. If we do fuel pumps, it'll be 9950. Simple as that. So it'll be around about 200 horsepower more than the C63. You guys already know that car's a fucking weapon. Honestly, I love that car. Like, I've been daily driving this for the last, 4 or 5 weeks, I think? No, longer. Whatever. So yeah, and I've been literally, when I say daily driving it, I've been going to get the groceries in it. I've been doing the school run in it. I've even filled the boot up at one point and gone to the skip in it. Like, I know it's wrong, but I have. And I've been literally daily driving it. Like, it's my everyday run around. And once we've done what we've done, it's probably going to spend a bit more time in the garage because I'm not going to be daily driving it. But the fact is I've done that to make sure I'm happy with it. It's reliable. It's everything. I'm going to tell you the things I don't like about it, because there is one thing that pisses me off more than anything. Everything I like about it. I like the looks, I like the way, honestly, the interior, the comfort with these seats, amazing. But if you're in comfort mode and you put your foot down even once, it thinks you're about to race for the rest of the journey. So the revs will stay at like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM for no reason at all, and they just stay there for like 2 minutes until you decide you don't want to have a race. So you could be overtaking someone, a genuine innocent overtake, and it thinks you're about to fucking race for the rest of the journey. It winds me right up, because then you've got to wait for the revs to drop. And the fuel consumption, this is another thing that pisses me off about it, is that the whole purpose of all this bullshit about turbocharging engines and making the engine capacity smaller is for fuel economy. It's not even better than the C63 on fuel. And I'm not even taking the piss. I've just brimmed the tank, full tank, and it says 200 miles in range. And that's me driving on the motorway quite sensibly. Why? Why not stick twin turbos on a 6.2 engine instead of making it slower? Smaller, not slower, smaller. I've already proved that the 5.5 bi-turbo was faster than this. I've literally proved it. We've done like 7 or 8 races in it, and that 5.5 bi-turbo is noticeably faster. So why make it smaller? Honestly, it pisses me off that. But yeah, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I've never been a massive fan of the 4 litre bi-turbo. I do like the engine in terms of reliability. It feels solid, it feels responsive. I do really like it based on that. I do think doing stage 3 on it will change my mind even more. You never know. I might get in it after the stage 3 and think, you know what, fuck the C63, it's for sale. I can't see that happening, and it will take an awful lot for that to happen. Yeah, so it is what it is. We're going for the same look on the outside of this car, by the way, because we've had a few questions about you planning on doing stage 3, have you decided to do any cosmetic changes? I don't know. With the C63, I was always adamant on keeping it factory. I always said it, and that's exactly what I've done. So I was a big believer that it can have 750 horsepower under the bonnet and it look like a 450 horsepower car, 10, 12-year-old technology technically. And when people come, I've had races with M5 competitions, and some of these, I've had a race with one of these in the C63, and very little snobby guys and that. I'm not saying everyone who owns them are like that, but you can tell that they're like, not looking down on the C63, but they're looking at it in a way that it's old and fucking slow. They look at it like, look away. The C63 supercharger left this for dead. It weren't even close, it was just gone. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with that M5 competition. And he literally put his window down and he went, do you know what, mate? He went, you should never judge a book by its cover. That's exactly what he said to me. I went, what do you mean, mate? He went, what is all that about? I said, you've just wasted fucking 70 grand, mate. That's what you've done. And he started laughing. He went, no, on a serious note, mate, the sound of that car, I couldn't even hear my car. And the way that car pulled away is something else. Something else. And do you know what? In his respect, you could tell he didn't like Mercs. You could tell. A lot of BMW guys don't like Mercs, but do you know what? That's what I like about that car, is the fact that it looks so standard and it looks so normal. When it does what it does, it shuts everyone up. And that's exactly what I want from this. I know it's not going to be people like in M5s and stuff, but even people like in supercars that are going to feel like their cars are faster, or the E63 is no match for it. Little do they know it'll have 900 plus horsepower. I like that feeling. I like the feeling that you're driving something that nobody knows when you're driving. So yeah, that's something we'll go on to a later date. There is one modification that I do really like about the E63S, is the diffuser with the F1 light, brake light. That is one modification I do really like. But we'll see. I love the way the car looks anyway. I love the way the car looks. That's why I got it with these wheels. That's why I got it with the night pack. That's why I got it with everything. So I don't have to touch the car. We're about an hour and a half away from MSL. When we get there, we'll have a chat with Acid, and then we'll have a catch up on the way back.
No, bang on, wicked. Right, so plans are turbos, MEF kit, intercoolers, downpipe.
Which intercoolers are they?
Wagners.
What downpipes are they?
Red Star, Russian.
Good.
Yeah, there's the only ones I use, unless if you got different preference. But they're the ones I've used.
We're talking sound wise, and then
yes.
Rusted and different. It's really quiet, you know.
Don't you worry, leave that.
No,
we'll get that sorted.
What were we saying about fuel pumps?
Fuel pumps, look, what I want to do is, I think that you should run it as it is first. See how you get on. The fuel pumps are there.
Yeah.
So if you want to move it to the next step, we can do.
CPC, is that right, Bill?
Yeah, CP. You know, they came yesterday, back order from.
See that?
8
I said it to you guys, didn't I?
8 weeks, and they come yesterday.
That's it.
So yeah, everything's ready.
So what do you think the time frame was?
So what we got to do is, I'm waiting for some new oil feed pipes. Germany ordered them last week. There should be a Tuesday, Wednesday. I think if everything goes right, done and dusted, mid to end of next week.
So no hurry from my side anyway.
Nah, majority of the stuff we're gonna basically make a start on it today. The bits and pieces we've got on the edition one over there as well. So yeah.
It's been studying for a while, hasn't it?
It's
been studying for a while, hasn't it? No, that's fine. Let me know, and we'll do it next week. Okay. Let me get my stuff on.
Jay, Ghost.
He already had it on, so you've got to turn the ignition on. Fuck off, Fuke. Yeah, 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. We're ended this week already, so he said end of next week. Parts already arrived. The CPC that I was talking about in the car, that's arrived as well. So they're not putting fuel pumps on. I'm always going to take his advice. At the end of the day, it's him that's guaranteeing me the work. So if I go against his advice and something fucks up tomorrow, all he's going to say is I told you so. Like I said, he's a really good friend of mine, so I'm not going to ruin it over something as stupid as a fuel pump. So what we need to do is leave the fuel pumps off, run it at about 850-ish. After a couple of weeks, a month, we'll see how long it takes. We'll put fuel pumps back on, and we'll see what the difference is. It'll be nice to see the difference in between just fuel pumps. There's no modification, no tune difference. Just fueling is going to be slightly different. We are putting Wagner induction kit in, MEF kit. So the cooling side of it is going to be on point. Do you know what I mean? So the C63 does run a little bit hot, which is what I didn't want with this. The whole purpose of getting this is for 0 to 60s. I don't give a shit about them, but it's all about quarter miles and half a mile. So the whole purpose of this with the traction and everything is to get as much power and performance and timing as we can out of it. To do that, cooling is a necessity. It's a priority because people don't rate the fact that how much of a difference it makes if a car is running hot. Exactly the same car, same day, same time. A hot car will not do the same time as a cold car. So cooling is essential. So that's why we're not only doing the MEF kit, which we did do on the C63, we're also doing the Wagner induction kit as well. So like I said, we've got double cooling going off and it should keep the temperatures like stock. But yeah, let's get out of here and we'll see you soon.